In this week's midweek metals report, gold and silver prices stabilize after a more than 2-week decline. Trump fires FBI Director James Comey, and in France's presidential election, centrist Emmanuel Macron beats far-right candidate Marine Le Pen.
Our mission at SD Bullion is clear: the lowest cost gold and silver available online. While we do not have pretty blue boxes, free shipping on every order, or glamorous gold and silver infomercials, SD Bullion has the lowest prices that may save you hundreds on your next order. So before you make your next investment, do the math and join the over 40,000 new customers who have recently made the switch to SD Bullion. Why pay more?
Hey everyone, this is Elijah Johnson with your midweek metals report. It is May 10th, 2017. After a relentless 7-day pounding, gold and silver prices are finally stabilized and are set to place their first positive days in nearly 3 weeks. Gold, which traded as low as $12.15 on Tuesday, went back up above $12.20, and silver is up nearly 20 cents from yesterday's lows at $16.23. Also encouraging, the HUI mining index is up nearly 5 points on the day and is riding uptrend support as well as its 100-day moving average. While today's action is certainly encouraging, the metals were due for a dead cat bounce, if nothing else, after 17 days of selling. We certainly have not had a short covering snapback rally usually seen after such a drastic decline, so it may be early to call a final bottom. We would like to see gold back over $12.50 and silver back over $17 to be certain that the cartel is finished with their business. The dramatic decline has reignited physical demand in the US, which had been decimated through the first quarter, with both the US Mint and the Perth Mint reporting essentially the worst month of silver bullion sales in a decade in April. SD Bullion has been flooded with orders primarily for silver bullion, with customers taking down nearly 200,000 ounces since early last week, when the sell-off intensified. This spike in physical demand has dramatically drawn down wholesale inventory stockpiles, but we expect we would need to see 4 to 8 weeks of sustained demand at these levels to draw down physical silver inventories at the mints to anything even hinting of a shortage situation due to the anemic demand throughout the first quarter. As always, we will keep readers and listeners advised of the outlook in the days and weeks ahead. As for the news, U.S. President Trump fired FBI Director James Comey Tuesday. The official reason given for the firing was Comey's handling of the investigation into Clinton's private email server. But Politico reports advisors say Trump's decision came after he became enraged by the FBI's investigation into his own campaign and its ties to Russia. Edward Snowden spoke out against the firing, writing, quote, "Set aside politics. Every American should condemn such political interference in the Bureau's work." He went on to write, "This FBI director has sought for years to jail me on account of my political activities. If I can oppose his firing, so can you." Julian Assange also reacted. He wrote, WikiLeaks would be happy to consider hiring James Comey to help lead its D.C. office should he like to properly investigate the U.S. government. The Trump administration's goal was for a 3% growth of GDP this year, but Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross said on Tuesday that that goal is certainly not achievable this year. On Sunday, centrist Emmanuel Macron won France's presidential election, beating far-right anti-EU candidate Marine Le Pen. Make sure to stay tuned Thursday for my interview with Jim Willey, and also check out Silver Doctor's YouTube channel on Friday for the SD Weekly Metals and Markets Wrap. I'm Elijah Johnson, signing off.